Hello everyone and welcome back to FedEx Gaming's Redstone tutorials. In this video I'll be showing how to build a lucky block without any command blocks and or mods. Now I know there are command blocks and mods on Minecraft console, however the average Minecraft player such as myself really doesn't know how to use those, so I made all of these completely out of redstone. Now the reason why I have 4 different lucky blocks here in front of you is because each one does the same exact thing, however I tweaked each individual one to do something a little bit different than the other one. So let's go ahead and start off with the first one right here, which is the most simple one, where it'll either reward you a good item or a penalty such as a splash potion of poison. So all we have to do is break our lucky block and we'll get our item from the lucky block, and we got poison. Wow, literally there's 9 different items inside of here and I get the poison one. All right guys, and we are back. I had to switch it to creative real quick so I could get rid of that poison. So the next lucky block right here is the same exact thing as the first one, however this one can also spawn mobs such as creepers, villagers, and things like that. So all we have to do is just break this block right here and we'll either get an item or a creature, and of course I get a creeper, and there he goes. Now I turned off mob griefing just in case and all that stuff so I would not die from them. I learned from my mistake with the poison, so I got rid of that. So the next one right here behind this lucky block will give you stacks of items. So if you want to put stacks in there, this is the one that you use, such as arrows. The one thing I didn't want to do is have a dropper down there just shooting out arrows for 7 years and you guys have to stand there for it. So if I break this lucky block, a chest can come up, or I could just get a random item from the thing. So we break this block right here and we get our chest of items. As you see, the chest pops out. We can go inside here, grab our stack of arrows, and you can put a bow and arrow in here as well, and then you could go off on your lovely little way. Or you could just set it up also where you can get different stacks, you know, stacks of food, stacks of dirt, I don't know what you can get, just random stacks of items. Now this last one right here is my favorite one of all. I might die from this one. This one is the exploding lucky block. You'll either get a good item or TNT is going to explode and you're going to go dead. Now I think I have it set off so I don't die from the TNT, but I still only have 2 hearts, so I might go launching into the air. But when I break this block right here, we are met with a gigantic explosion and I'm dead. All right guys, and we are back from my death. As you can see, there's a pretty big crater down here and I threw some gold down there as well. But the cool thing about this thing is I did set it up so there's some bedrock right here, so if someone falls down here when it explodes, you can jump on out, because I'm sure people are going to survive. I only had like 1 piece of TNT down there, so you're really not going to die from this thing. And also I set it up so that 1 piece of TNT also destroys the items, because if this blows up and then all the items fall down there, that'd be really bad, because then someone's going to get like 9 good items from the lucky block when they shouldn't. Now before we jump into this tutorial, I have seen lucky blocks for the console before. The one that I see mainly is a redstone block, and there's 2 flaws with this one that I don't like at all. One, it takes about 100 years to break the block. Now granted I was using gold blocks and it would take the exact same amount of time to break a gold block. However, mine is a bud switch, so you can use whatever block you want. You can use emerald blocks, you can use diamond blocks, or you can use wool blocks. Now I highly recommend using a wool block for this, because you are going to be building a mini game out of this, so you're going to be either playing on survival or things like that, and it's going to take forever guys to break these blocks. So I highly recommend using a yellow wool block. But as you can see, it takes 100 years to break it. And also there's one other bad thing about this. If you break the redstone block, you will get your item. As you can see, I just got a diamond sword. However, if you put it back and then break it again, you'll get another item once again. As you see, now I got a diamond chest plate, and that was the major flaw that I did not like about these ones right here. So let's go ahead and jump into these tutorials, because I've been rambling on long enough about my lucky blocks. All right guys, so we're going to start off by building the first one, the most simplest one. All you're going to need is a 3x3 area and dig down 3. Now what you want to do is come down here and put a piston right in the middle upside down, a regular piston in the middle upside down with a redstone block in front of it. Then what I want you to do is put a block right underneath your redstone block, and then put a torch to the side of your redstone block like this, and put a block right above the redstone torch. Now what I want you to do is put blocks around all 4 sides of your piston like this, and then you could come down here and delete this block, and now your piston is in a budded state. So if I put a block here or delete the block, it will update. See, if I put a block here, it updated my redstone block. So just go ahead and delete this real quick, delete this, and put your blocks back in the order they're supposed to be. Put your torch back here, and then before you do it, make sure you put your lucky block on top. So I'm going to use a wool block this time instead of using a gold block. I'm going to put a wool block right on top of it, delete this block down here, and now it's in its budded state. Now all we have to do is just put our rewards in here and we will be completely done. So to put your rewards in there, just pick any corner you want, not one next to the torch. Do not put one next to the torch. So either this corner right here or this corner right here. And we're going to put a block up like this. We're going to put a dispenser facing upwards and then put a block above your dispenser. Then what you do is come down here and you can go ahead and fill up your dispenser with whatever you want to fill it up with. I'm just going to go ahead and fill it up with a bunch of random stuff like this. Let's go ahead and just throw all this random stuff in there like that. There we go. And then what I want you to do is right over here to this corner, we're going to put a piece of redstone dust here, and then put a repeater going into the block like that, and you are completely done, guys. That is it. So now all we have to do is just fill up this area like this, and our lucky block is done. So now if I hit my lucky block, it will update the piston, and our item will get shot out from the top. And that was kind of funny. I broke the yellow wool block, and a yellow wool block came out of it. So there you guys go. That is how you build the first lucky block. It is that simple. All right, guys, our second lucky block is going to be pretty much the same exact thing with just a few changes, so you could spit out creatures as well. So what we're going to do is the same exact thing. Put our piston right in the middle of our 3x3 area, put a redstone block in front of it, a block right underneath it, put a torch to the side next to our redstone block with a block above your redstone torch. Next, what I want you to do is put a piece of redstone dust here, just like we did the last time. Then we're going to come up a block and a block over, put a piece of redstone dust here, and a repeater going this way on 1 tick delay. Put a block in front of your repeater, and then put a dispenser, not a dropper, facing upwards, and then you can go ahead and place creatures in there and items as well. Then what you're going to do is just fill up this entire area so you can't see anything like this. Just fill up the whole area. And then what we're going to do is come down here, delete this block, and you are complete. Oh, nope, don't delete block just yet. I forgot. We have to put our lucky block in first. Put your lucky block in. Then you can go ahead and delete this block. Place the rest of these things around it like that. Then take out your carpet and place carpet right above this one dispenser. You can literally just put it around this one dispenser and that's it. But I usually like putting it around the whole thing just so no one knows which side it's on, like that. So now when we delete our lucky block, our creature can spawn. Now, obviously, if I'm on survival, the creeper will come at me by jumping out of that block. I can't do nothing about that. For some reason, when they pop out of the dispenser, they fall into the block. But there is the second one, guys. Now let's go ahead and move on to the third one. All right, guys, next is going to be our third lucky block. This one's going to be a little bit harder than the other ones. This one's going to be our stackable one. We're going to need a 4x4 spacing, and we're going to have to dig down 4. Come to the bottom left-hand corner, and we're just going to come over 1 block and put a piston right here facing downwards with a redstone block in front of it, and then 2 blocks in front of your redstone block like that. Then right off to the side of it, we're going to put a block of choice, so you will be able to see this. Put a block down, and then put a redstone torch to the side. This will create our budded motion for our lucky block. Then right underneath this block right here, we're going to need a piece of redstone dust. But before we do that, go ahead and put a block right here and a block right here, just so we don't update it. And also put your lucky block right on top of it. Make sure you get those blocks in, because anything breaking right here will update that piston. Then what I want you to do is delete these 2 blocks like that. Now we should be fine without updating it. And then put a piece of redstone dust right here. Put a block right next to your redstone dust. Next, we're going to put a dropper facing upwards right here. Make sure it's a dropper. Put a dropper facing upwards with a hopper going into the top of it. Then inside this dropper, what I want you to do is put 1 non-stackable item, such as a wooden shovel or something that just can't stack, and then put a stackable item in there like dirt or something like that. Then what I want you to do is coming off of here, we're going to put 3 blocks out, 1, 2, 3, and put a comparator coming out of this hopper. So put a comparator going this way like that out of the hopper with 2 pieces of redstone dust coming out of the comparator. Then right here closest to your hopper, we're going to go ahead and put a redstone torch right here. And then coming out of this block, we're going to put a repeater going this way on 1 tick delay. Next, put a block in front of your repeater. And then we're going to put 2 pieces of redstone dust like this, but we don't want these 2 connecting up. So we're going to put a block right here to disconnect those 2 pieces of redstone dust. Then right over here, we're going to put a block right in front of your redstone dust like this. I still don't know why I'm using the yellow wool. It looks really ugly, but we're going to put a block of wool right in front of this redstone dust, and then put a torch coming off the side of this block. The torch should go off. Next, we're going to put a block right above this off torch. Take out your powered rails and normal rails, and we're going to put a powered rail right above this block that's next to this redstone dust. Next, we're going to come over 1 more block, put a normal rail here, and then we're going to come up a block, put a normal rail here, and another normal rail all the way up top. Now, once you got your rail going all the way up top, delete this one right here. And this is going to be our little launch bay for our minecart with a chest. So go ahead and put your minecart with a chest right on here. And next, what I want you to do is where this redstone dust is, we're going to bring it up 1 more right here, just like that. And then coming out of this redstone dust, we're going to go ahead and put a dispenser facing upwards. So make sure you do not delete any blocks, guys, around here. Do not delete any blocks. And we're going to put a dispenser facing upwards right next to that redstone block like this. As you see, my dispenser is facing upwards. I can't delete this block and show you, or it's going to update it, but my dispenser is facing upwards. And then right here, you can go ahead and fill up whatever items you want. You know, you can fill up poison potions or a sword or something like that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to throw a bunch of random stuff in there like I did the last time. And that's it. You are completely done. So now all you have to do is take out your blocks of choice and fill up this area right here with your blocks of choice like that. Beautiful. Next, what you want to do right here is put 2 slabs upside down. So put an upside down slab here, and then take out your carpet and just fill your carpet around your lucky block like this. So just like that. So that's it, guys. So once I break this block, I'll either get my minecart or I'll get a random item. So break the block and I got my minecarts. All right, guys, and for the last lucky block, we're going to need a 4x5 spacing and dig down 4. And then at the bottom, put bedrock or obsidian, or just any block that cannot be destroyed, which is bedrock or obsidian. Then what I want you to do is right at the bottom left-hand corner, we're going to count over 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And right here is where our piston's going to be going upside down like that. Next, put your lucky block right on top of it. Put a redstone block right underneath your piston, and then put 2 blocks right here. 1, 2. Next, what I want you to do is put a block of choice right next to the piston, a block right down with a torch coming off the side of it like that. So now it's in its butted motion. Next, put a block right here, and then now we can go ahead and delete these 2 blocks like that. Then right underneath our redstone block, we're going to put a piece of redstone dust right down here. It's pretty much the exact same thing as our rail one, just a little bit different. Then we're going to put a block right next to our redstone dust. Put a dropper right here facing upwards. Make sure it is a dropper, not a dispenser. Put a hopper facing upwards off the top of our dropper. Go inside our dropper and place in a wooden shovel or a non-stackable item and a stackable item. Then we're going to come out 3 blocks from here. 1, 2, 3. Put a comparator coming out of your hopper like that with 2 pieces of redstone dust in front of it. Next, what we're going to do is right off of this first block, we're going to put a redstone torch. And then off the second one, we're going to put a repeater coming out of the block. Then what we're going to do is put a piece of redstone dust coming out of this redstone torch. And then put a block in front of it like this. Next, what I want you to do is put a block here and here. And then we're going to take out some rails and put 3 rails just like that. And then delete these 2 rails like so. Then off this cornered rail, we're going to go ahead and put in 3 minecarts with TNT. But before we do that, what I want you to do is take out your bedrock and or obsidian and put a piece of bedrock and or obsidian right here and right here like that. Then right here in this corner, we're going to go ahead and place down a minecart with TNT not once, not twice, but 3 times. I like putting 3 in. You could put in as much as you want, but the more you put in there, the more that person's likely to die. And you really don't want them to die. So I highly recommend putting anywhere from 1 to 3. Next, what you're going to do is delete this block right here and put a torch coming off the side of it. That torch will go off. Next, right on top of this bedrock block, we're going to put a dispenser facing upwards, and then you can go ahead and chuck in whatever items you want inside this dispenser. This is the item you're going to get instead of getting blown up and killed. So I'm going to go ahead and just chuck in, let's go ahead and put our bedrock. No, I need my bedrock, so I'm going to put a rail in here, and let's go ahead and put in milk. We'll put a milk bucket in there. Next, what we're going to do is set up the exploding part of this build. So before we do that, what I want you to do is delete this rail right here like that. So now your minecarts are there. Do not touch those minecarts or they'll go flying all over the place. So in front of this repeater right here, we're going to go ahead and put a block in front of our repeater. Then we're going to put a piece of redstone dust on top of the block. We do not want these 2 connecting, so go ahead and put a block right here to disconnect them. This might send one of your items out. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it did. Then right next to this piece of redstone dust, we're going to put a dispenser facing towards your TNT. So take a dispenser out and face it towards the TNT like this. There we go. So make sure it is a dispenser and it's facing towards your TNT blocks. Then inside of your dispenser, go ahead and place in a piece of flint and steel. Make sure you deleted that rail. If you did not delete that rail, it will not work, guys. Then right next to this TNT right here, we're going to go ahead and put another piece of TNT like that. Now, the reason why I did this is just on a safety measure. So when this blows up, it will also blow up the items right here. So no one will get all these items inside here. And that's it, guys. You are completely done. So now all we have to do is just fill up this little area like so with all our blocks. And then we can go ahead and set off this bad boy. So if we break this block right here, we'll either get an item or we'll get blown sky high. So boop, and yep, we got blown up. So it blew up everything. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to also add in like a little staircase. So right where your bedrock is, just make like a little staircase to get out, guys, just in case. Because as you can see right down here, I can't get out. There's no way for me to get out. So what I did was on mine over here, what I did right over here on mine was I put in a little bedrock staircase going upwards. So right here, you see there's 3 pieces of bedrock going upwards to get out of the little area. But there you guys have it. That's all 3 lucky blocks. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe. Stay tuned with my newest videos. And like I said over there, let's blow this thing up. Boom. As you see, I put 3 pieces of bedrock like this just in case so people can get out. All right, guys. Peace.